It is such a pleasure to meet you. My kids grew up watching the show, so we are really excited about this new spin-off. So my first question is, you've grown up with the Thundermans and now you're stepping into executive producer role. How did it feel to have creative input behind the scenes this time?
It's been amazing. It's been a really great place to do this job as an executive producer for the first time because I have such a deep knowledge and care for this show because of my own personal history with it. I feel like my brain already works kind of in a way that suits being a producer. I'm very sort of aware of all of the puzzle pieces happening at any given time that have to come together perfectly to make a TV show happen. And so getting to be in that position and have a seat at that table to use that knowledge and that experience to make the show run smoothly and turn out well has been really, really wonderful. I've been really grateful to do that. Yeah, it's been awesome.
You've been doing a fantastic job, by the way. I had a chance to watch a couple of the episodes, and it's really fun to watch. It's very enlightening, fun, and it has great messaging. So fans have been waiting for the return. What's one surprise or Easter egg they should keep an eye out for in the Thundermans Undercover?
Ooh, good question. There is a scenario where two characters that you already know end up dating that you wouldn't expect.
Oh,
Actually, that happens twice.
hmm.
Which is funny because we're not a show that really does dating very often because we really try to
Right.
keep it very like youthful and like kid friendly. And it's not like serious dating, but there are some new combinations of characters that you already know and love that you haven't seen together in this way. That's really fun and funny, is what I'll say.
I love that because we've seen y'all grow up, so it's kind of nice to see that the show is growing up as well. Phoebe has always been a strong and inspiring character. How has she evolved, and what would you hope fans take away from the journey?
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, Phoebe has evolved just by way of the ways that I've evolved. Like she's just, grown up a little bit and I've really tried to sort of expand her comedic vocabulary of just like the way that I'll deliver a line as her, or, just sort of trying to make her energy have more color to it, have more like levels and not just always be and like have sort of the grounded side of her too. But ultimately, like Phoebe has been pretty consistent. Like she's still very dorky and sweet and enthusiastic and sort of unabashedly her and like unashamed of herself to just be fully herself, which I really love. I think is a great quality in a character because it gives you permission to sort of go all the way. And she still like really wants to do good. Despite sometimes being a little bit misguided in how to do that and getting herself into some sticky situations in terms of like what I hope people get from Phoebe, I really hope that like, she's kind of lovable in spite of herself. She's awkward and she's a little messy and like a little dorky and a little silly, but fans still love her. And I want people, especially young girls, to sort of internalize that and say, like, I can be myself, I can be silly, I can look goofy and still be lovable. Like, I don't have to be cool and like too cool for school and elusive and enigmatic and like I can just be me and be silly if that's who I am and still be like lovable.
Yeah, I think she's such a great role model for kids. Also to her little sister, she's been her guiding light and with Chloe, they have a really cute relationship. So I really like watching that.
Yeah. I really want more Phoebe Chloe. I've been telling the writers like I really want to see more of their relationship if we get to make more of the show because I also just like I love Maya so much. She is like the little sister I never had and I do feel very like big sisterly of her and every time I see her I just am like I love you so much. And so like I want to be able to do more of that on camera for sure.
So if you could have one of Phoebe's powers in real life for just 24 hours, how would you use it?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I thought you were going to say, if I could have any power, which power would it be? Because that's usually what we get asked. If I had Phoebe's powers for 24 hours, I would freeze and unfreeze somebody and ask them what it felt like because I'm curious. Um, I would honestly, what's funny is like I would use her powers in really mundane ways because I'm not fighting crime, and the powers are not like flying or like teleportation, like heat breath, freeze breath, and telekinesis. Like I would close my bedroom door without getting out of bed with my telekinesis. I would like make my friends fly so that they could go, wee, that's fun. I would like heat up my hot cocoa when it starts to get cold in my mug instead of putting it in the microwave. Like, I don't think there are really any like super exciting things that I could necessarily do with those. I mean, I don't know. What would you do with like freeze breath, heat breath, and telekinesis?
I don't know. I think it would be kind of fun to do it to my kids when they,
Yeah.
being naughty or whatever. I would just freeze them up and be like,
Yeah.
don't
I don't
get
know
mad
if,
at me.
like I don't know what it feels like though, if you can like feel that you've been frozen or if you just kind of blink and like time has passed, like anesthesia, you know?
I would imagine it would be like a cold plunge. You just kind of,
Oh yeah. I don't
um,
think you're conscious while you're frozen though.
yeah.
Yeah.
But one last question. You've had such a dynamic career from acting, music, and now producing. What's the one piece of advice you'd give to young fans who want to follow in your footsteps?
Just don't limit yourself. Always be planting seeds for many, many different things that could happen in the future. Like take the meetings, talk to people, plan, like discipline. You have to sort of run your schedule and your life and like nobody else is going to beg you to make a life for yourself. Like you've got to do it. And kind of the most off the beaten path one that I would say is like don't be afraid to walk away from something that's not working and take that energy and put it towards something else because you only have so many hours in a day and tenacity and working hard at a goal and never quitting is great, but also life is about doing lots of different things. So don't trap yourself to just doing one thing because you decided that's the thing that you want to do. If there's something else that sparks your passion, follow that too and see where it leads because you never know what it's going to bring you to. And if you can have a life full of lots of different things, I think that can be a wonderful way to live your life.
I love it. Thank you so much for your time and congratulations on the show.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.